Hello, my peoples. It is Friday, January 22nd, January 21st, 2022, and I am in Scottsdale at Fashion Square Mall area. I'm meeting a buddy for lunch, and I thought I would kind of come up here. I can see the glare in this phone. I can't even see what you guys are seeing, sorry. But I always thought, I just discovered this view Christmas time. It was so packed here, I had to park on the roof, and I thought the view was really cool. Like, you can see airplanes taking off, and then behind me is like Camelback Mountain and all these new condominium places they're building down here. It's actually really cool. But we are rolling into my favorite football weekend of the year. Divisional playoff football. We got 4 do or die games. I think it's going to be an awesome weekend for football. And about ready to just see my buddy Brian. And Brian and I have been friends. I met him in Iowa, and he was on my team. We worked together at MCI, had a lot of fun. And he's a really awesome friend. I'd consider him super intellectual, super smart, looks at the puzzle from a different perspective, and actually with all this coronavirus and maybe his views on politics don't exactly line up with mine. And God, we're still friends. Like, he invited me to lunch, like we hang out, and yeah, we've had a few arguments, but nothing personal, and doesn't get insulting, and he doesn't just wimp out and shut down or be defensive. Like, we can actually discuss a very controversial subject and share ideas and share perspective. And if one of us discovers that they themselves may not be seeing it correctly, because we're all getting different messages, like there's no condemnation or big time pleasure in being right. I mean, we just let it go, and just like we actually are, I don't know, I feel like he's really helped me out a lot, seeing things differently. I may not always agree, but I definitely see his perspective, and I appreciate he takes the time to be willing to discuss it, because now it just seems like if you disagree with somebody, or you think you disagree with somebody, or they think that they disagree with you, they just rather not talk about it, just rather not deal with it. Rather, they've got you in a box with a label on it. They know how you think, so they're just not going to just even listen. And I just don't think that's fair or cool at all. But that's just my opinion, and nobody really cares. Anyway, I really appreciate you watching. I appreciate you checking it out, and I appreciate you checking out that cool view of downtown Scottsdale with me. And it's going to be a great weekend. It's a beautiful, bright, sunshiny day in Scottsdale, Arizona, and had a great day today. I took it real slow this morning with trading. My buddy John kind of got me grounded, just like, hey, keep it small, or keep it simple. And so I just focused on a couple of things, and the couple of things were just of my rules that I make for myself. And that's the craziest thing, aggravating thing about it, is sometimes you don't follow the own rules you set for yourself. So I'm not going to follow the rules that I set for myself. Then how am I ever going to, I don't know. It's a real conundrum, but it's fun. But anyway, just kept it a couple basic things, and played my way, and finished on a high note, and we're going into the weekend on a high note. And I think just like what I said yesterday, is you just have to know that you're probably going to get knocked down. Now everybody's going to think I'm super weird. I didn't realize this would be kind of weird walking by talking to a video camera. I totally look douchey. Sorry, everybody. In Scottsdale, of all places. Wow. I'm seriously totally douchey. But I'll stop up here for just real quick. No, I just, I guess last night, really just taking a couple of look at a couple of people that whatever I feel like I'm dealing with, whatever I feel like I'm dealing with or struggling with or trying to change or just whatever I feel like I'm up against in that moment. Like there's a couple of people that just are super inspirational to me, and last night I started thinking about Alex Smith and everything he had to go through. I mean, he almost got his leg torn off, and then he was in the hospital for like 90 days and almost lost his leg. Just an unbelievable will to live, and it was his belief that got him through that, and then his family support, and then for him to be back on the football field starting a game. Aaron Donaldson tackled him and like is just all his weight like a refrigerator on your back, and dude just gets back up. He just gets back up. And so no matter what I'm going through, it is not as bad as laying in a hospital bed trapped, on the verge of losing your leg. So, and really in the grand scheme of things, like that's sometimes what I remind myself is with everything that's going on, there's just never been a better time to be alive, really. And being in America, and despite all the crap and disagreements and contention, whatever, like this is the best time to be alive in human history. So may you live in an exciting age or exciting time or whatever that Chinese proverb is. But I got real inspired by Alex Smith, just thinking about him. And then my cousin Jessica, and what she's done. She definitely hit hard times, then did some time. And her addiction, I would have seriously bet it all. I probably would have went all in that she just wasn't going to make it. I mean, it just was not looking good. And everybody was trying to help her, my aunts, and I know like her really tight family and some friends, and there just wasn't much you could do. And it just actually turned out that the blessing is that she did do some time. And since then, she has just changed her life completely. I mean, she was homeless, and just nothing, just sad and on the verge of dying. And had just whatever you could imagine being your worst idea of reality, I think she came very close to that. And I just sort of expected that she wouldn't make it, and I had to let that go. And I was praying for her and just let it go, because there just wasn't a damn thing anybody could do. She had to do it for herself. And 5 years later, 4 years later, whatever it is, I mean, this chick is a freaking badass. She came out, she's worked the program, she's done everything that she has been asked to do. She turned her life over to God. And today she's like well on her way to having her own recovery center or account. I mean, she's going to help other people. And people like that are the worst way down and out. And so what if she had to go through what she's had to go through, because that's what she needed to do to be able to be where she needs to be to help others. So she's awesome, and got a lot of really strong women surrounding me that just astonish me. And so keep keep your chin up. Whatever you're going through, whatever you want, but just don't. I advise you not to be the person that's like, I don't know what I want out of life. I don't know. I'm just going through the day. Just another Friday. Like, pick something and, try to make it interesting, because it can get very interesting if you're willing to get interesting. Have a great day, people. Have a great weekend.